Welcome to another segment of the Buzz on Veterans. Today we have Topher Wilson with Veterans United Craft Brewery. Thanks for being here today on the Buzz on Veterans.
Happy to be here.
So you brought us some great items here. Let's go ahead and turn that so everybody can check these out. Veteran-owned, veteran-operated brewery in Jacksonville.
Yes.
How awesome is that?
I love it. I've been in the beer business a while now, and I started out right out of high school in the Navy, and when I saw a brewery that was owned, operated, employed by veterans, I was all about that. And so I kind of left my last brewery job to come to this one because it's an awesome environment to work in.
I can imagine. I mean, I was looking at you guys' roster. It's like pretty much all military veterans, so that must be interesting. What ignited the spark in you guys to have a veteran team? Is it because veterans execute better, understand brewery better? What have you guys discovered?
Well, we find that brewing is a process, and there's nobody who can understand anything that's process oriented like veterans. I mean, because it's being in the military. Everything's a process. Everything is structured, and when you apply that to the structure of brewing, it is a beautiful fit. But we do have some non-veterans that work there, a couple bartenders and our taproom manager and stuff, but for the most part, we're all veterans. Yeah.
Now, is the process extremely intensive to brew? Can you share with us, like, what's the process? Is it like, I think I saw some pictures of, like, big forks and giant container. Like, what's the process there?
I mean, it can go either way. It can be a quick, easy, dirty process. Essentially, what you're doing is you're boiling hops and malted barley in water, and then adding yeast. So I mean, it can be very simple. But when you get onto the production level of brewing, there's a lot of weight that goes into it. Timing is very, very important. That's the other thing, is everything has a certain amount of time that it has to go through in the process. So it can be very painstaking.
What do you specifically do at the brewery?
I'm the sales guy. So I connect our beer with retailers and customers, essentially, through the avenue of distribution.
And what are some of your retailers that you can share with us?
So I mean, you can get our beers at pretty much every grocery store along the First Coast in North Florida. But then, I mean, any of the bar areas, we're on tap all over the beach. We're on tap all over downtown and Riverside, Southside. Our brewery's in Southside, so a lot of bars down there like to carry our beer because we're close by. So I mean, you go out there, any of your favorite bars, anywhere you go, you can usually find our beers, and if you can't, ask for it.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a stranger on the street. You just met me.
Right.
What's the best beer that you would refer to me, like the best type?
I don't know. Do you have kids? Which is your favorite kid? No. So it's tough because we have an IPA called Hop Banshee, which I love because it's a proper West Coast IPA. You really don't see those that much anymore. But if somebody came into the brewery, I think out of the beers that we brew year round that are always available, I would say we have a beer called Buzz and Bee. It's a honey wheat rye. So essentially, we brew a rye wheat ale, and then in our cellar we finish it off with honey. It's a great beer because it just kind of layers flavors to you. It's nice and complex. You get a lot of sweetness and really good sweet smell and sweet taste from the honey in the beer, but the rye balances out with a really kind of like earthy bitterness, and it really kind of has a nice complexity to it, but yet at the same time it's nice and refreshing and clean. So it just really is a great beer. And then we brew, we have a one time a year brewer called Imperial Grunch. It's a big, huge 9.5% Imperial IPA. It's 104 IBUs, so it's really big, really bitter. And I mean, I think if we were to submit all of our beers to judges, that would probably get the best rating. So I love the Imperial Grunch, and I also love our Buzz and Bee.
It's interesting. I mean, you should have it, when you select the beer, like your actual description of what it actually is. It would be actually interesting. Sometimes when you go in and you select beer, you don't really know what it tastes like. So, but that's the veteran angle, right? Veterans were very detail oriented,
Yes.
and you provided us a great detailed orientation about how great it is and the process that goes into it. And I want to thank you for your service for the Navy.
I enjoyed it.
Awesome. And what events do you have coming up? I understand you have something coming out this weekend, correct?
Yeah, tomorrow, Saturday, is our 3rd year anniversary. So we're shutting down the block. We're in the back of like an industrial park. So we're shutting down the whole block. We're having a big block party. Mission Barbecue is going to come out with their food truck. We're going to have a bunch of of our rare kind of limited release beers are going to be on tap, and then of course tons of beer on beyond that. Live music all day. So yeah,
Phenomenal.
Awesome.
And
Yeah.
lastly, how can people get a hold of your brewery?
Pick your poison, whatever you like. So we're on social media. We're active Instagram and Facebook. We have a phone number. You can call the brewery. You can email us. And if you have any questions or anything like that, all my information's on our website. So if you want to get in touch with me, they're a good place to go for that.
Well, thanks for being here with us today on
I was
the
happy
Buzz
to be
on
here.
Veterans. Phenomenal. For another veteran-owned business in Northeast Florida, when you're thirsty and you want a beer, make sure you go see the veterans at Veterans United Craft Brewery. And I'm going to end this out with a cheers, brother, for all
Salud.
the veteran-owned business owners out there that need one of these this early in the morning
Hey.
when we're doing our business plan. So make sure you go check them out. Phenomenal brewery out here in Jacksonville, making a difference in our veteran community. Cheers. We look forward to seeing you in the next segment.